So the new season of Vanderpump Rules might be over, but the drama continues. Now it's a flashback to 2018. One of the only Black cast members to be on this reality show, Faith Stowers, is raising money so that she can sue Stassi Schroeder for the exact reason why Stassi and Kristen were fired. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So, you know, I don't know Vanderpump Rules chapter and verse, but based off your Cliff Notes and watching the old seasons and getting caught up with the old seasons and watching this current season, I already know about the Faith Stowers situation. To be honest with you, I already knew about the Faith Stowers situation because despite not watching this show religiously, I knew the drama. I knew some of the people that are on this show. But I also knew why exactly Kristen Doute and Stassi Schroeder were fired from the show. And it involved Faith Stowers. And that's why having Kristen come back for that very nonsensical, ridiculous scene with Ariana it wasn't even necessary. And then bringing her on Watch What Happens Live, I was like, again, not necessary. You add nothing to this story, at least based on what you gave us so far. Well, now Faith has launched a GoFundMe that has nearly $7,000 of the $20,000 that she's trying to raise because she wants to sue Stassi. And because Stassi has been profiting off of this story in her books. So let's get into this and I will share with you why possibly this is just a waste of time. Unfortunately, Faith, damn it, I wish you had done this earlier. So Faith, according to page 6, has set up a fundraiser to help her sue former Vanderpump Rules castmate Stassi Schroeder. In a GoFundMe page launched Sunday, Stowers claimed that Schroeder made more, quote, terrible, non-factual, and ignorant claims about her in the April 2022 book, that date is important, Off With My Head, the definitive basic bitch handbook for surviving rock bottom, which the OG wrote after her infamous termination of the show. So I just want to go directly to the GoFundMe. As I said to you before, it's raised $6,406 with 74 donations. And one person, an anonymous donor, Lisa, was this you? Lisa Vanderpump? Jax, was this you? Who doesn't get along with Stassi right now? Anonymous person donated $5,000. Let me see if there's any more big ticketed. No, that's like the biggest donation, y'all. Someone donated anonymously $5,000. And I have a feeling it's someone that knows the cast. I don't know for sure, but I just have a feeling. So she created this GoFundMe 3 days ago, and she writes in it, and she has a picture of her and her adorable son in this picture. So she says, "Hi, my name is Faith Stowers. As you may know, I was a former cast member on television series called Vanderpump Rules. During my time there, I was publicly targeted and mercilessly verbally attacked by Stassi Schroeder and Kristen Doute on multiple public platforms. These two women used their privilege and celebrity to try and tear me down at a very sad time in my life and the country. During that time, I was also racially targeted and wrongfully accused of horrendous crimes that I have since been vindicated from. Since Kristen's accepted apology, Stassi Schroeder has written a New York Times bestseller book recently and made more terrible non-factual claims about me once again. After all she continues to stand by her ignorant claims that are very harmful to me and my family. I'm seeking assistance with my legal team to get this book removed and all royalties funds collected from this book be given to charity or assisting a family of choice. Thank you for your support always, and thank you all for standing up against bullies and racial division. With hope, Faith." So here's the thing. For those that don't know the history, let me go back. Page 6 writes, Schroeder, who's 34, and Dowdy, who's 40, has since explained that they had read an article about a black woman whom they believed looked exactly like Stowers, committing robbery. So as Schroeder claimed in April 2022 interview, this is just last year, a year ago, they, quote, acted on gossip and phoned the police. They acted on gossip. They had no factual information, and they called the police on a black woman. So I just have to clearly point it out to you guys. According to Stowers, she was, quote, racially and publicly targeted and mercilessly verbally attacked by the pair. She also accused them of using their privilege and celebrity to tear her down at a very sad time in both her life and the country. You may recall this is during the whole Black Lives Matter situation, the George Floyd situation. Okay. Stowers, 34, made sure to note that she has since been vindicated after being wrongfully accused of horrendous crimes. According to page 6, both Schroeder and Dowdy have publicly apologized for their actions. Stowers feels the former took 2 steps back with her second publication. She continues to stand by her ignorant claims that are very harmful to me and my family. Stowers claims, adding that she's seeking assistance to the tune of $20,000 to get this book removed. Stowers also said that she plans to ensure that all royalties and funds collected from this book, as I mentioned, will be given to charity or assisting a family of choice. So in a statement to page 6, Faith Stowers told page 6, unfortunately, I believe Stassi hasn't learned from her mistakes and is still alleging in her latest book that I have committed a felony. This is harmful to my career and to my family. Stowers clarified that she and her, quote, amazing legal team are hoping to accomplish the removal of anything in Schroeder's book that mentions her in any capacity, especially the blackmail allegation. Stowers believes that Schroeder is using her privilege to not only ruin others, but also obtain financial profit. She says it's diabolical, enough is enough. Reps for Schroeder did not immediately respond to page 6. So here's the thing. So our friends over at Allegedly Bravo covered this story, and they said if she's seeking to sue her for defamation, in California, defamation has about a year for you to do it.
So Faith says she's going to ask the court to demonetize Stassi's books, which means Stassi can't make any more money from them. Faith said that the statements in the book were not factual, they were ignorant, and they were harmful to herself and to her family. And when someone says that a statement caused harm to them and their family, it's like a trigger word for, we're going to sue you for defamation. But according to California law, within 1 year after the statement is made, you must bring a defamation lawsuit. And Stassi's book was published April 26, 2022, which means Faith would have needed to bring this lawsuit before April 26, 2023. And I don't know if she'll necessarily be successful. We'll see.
Because this statement was made in a book published in April of 2022, that just ran out. However, if what she's seeking here is not money and it's not monetary, and that she's seeking for her to remove anything from this book, that might be a possibility. Suing Stassi might not be the route, maybe suing the publishing company. But again, what would you be suing for? And would there be any legal grounds? According to people, like I said, Allegedly Bravo and other attorneys in the comment section, they're saying there's no legal stance here for her to sue. That hasn't stopped anyone before, though. And that hasn't stopped changing in precedents in regards to this. However, will it be an uphill climb? Possibly. Does she really have a case here? I just wish she would have brought this on as soon as Scandival dropped, because this would have brought so much attention. And yes, you guys would have called her thirsty, but
they're all thirsty on that damn show.
So Faith, just jump right on in and be thirsty with them. But you actually have legal standing. If she had jumped on this back in March, she would have raised the money. Damn it, Faith. You would have raised this money tenfold. You probably would have been able to sue for defamation. They probably would have had to remove your name from the book. And you probably would have got a nice check. Why didn't someone reach out to Faith then? But here's the thing. And look, I'm being somewhat facetious here. Somewhat. But here's the thing. If I haven't read Stassi's book and I'm not reading it. But I'm sure Faith has found her name and the information that she's referring to in this GoFundMe in the book. Because if it wasn't in the book, then that would be another reason why she doesn't have a stance or a leg to stand on. However, a lot of people have said they don't want to see Kristen Dowdy back because, there's rumors of bringing the OGs back for, another separate show or bring them back to Vanderpump Rules. Well, they already brought Kristen Dowdy back even after her horrendous behavior in this particular situation. Because the fact that you would call the police off a rumor and you don't have any sort of solid information is not surprising based off the cast of characters that we've met on this show. But at the same time, to hell with you. And I don't blame Faith for never seeing it for either one of them. But if you just wrote a book last year, literally just a year ago, and you're still making defaming comments in this book, to hell with Stassi too. And that tour she got going on. And that book. To hell. Because you've learned nothing. You've learned nothing, even with your apology. So that apology that you gave means nothing if you're still alluding that possibly that Faith connected to the rumor, the gossip that you had found out. Really? But like I said, sadly, I'm not sure if there is any legal standing here for Faith. I just wish she would have brought this on earlier. Like I said, I think she probably would have raised the money if she had brought this out in March when all the scandal situation was. Because everybody else in their mama was making a check off of their... Literally, Lala was able to get a down payment from her Send It to Daryl merch.
Can y'all believe this shit? Can y'all believe this shit?
She got a down payment for a house, $1 million home. So why not Faith? Faith, you should have... Look, Faith, I'm sure you also have probably an arbitration agreement in your then Bravo contract. You might want to take this to Bravo, girl. And I'm not a litigious person, but if she has not been compensated in any way for possibly being sent to jail based off of these two people, Bravo. Did Bravo ever apologize? I think they did. But sometimes apologies, people say sorry all the time, and it's like, do you really mean it? Because you just brought Kristen Dowdy back onto the show because of the Scandival situation, and then you brought her on Watch What Happens Live. There were rumors back when this whole broke that Faith was going to sue Bravo. I don't recall if she ever even took steps. I do know that Nene mentioned Faith in her lawsuit of discrimination against Bravo, which has now been dismissed. Guys, as always, I want to know your thoughts. If you're an attorney, look, that's the great thing about attorneys, and that's the great thing about these situations. One attorney might say, well, there's no legal standing here. But another one might, well, if you try this might be the way to do it. Just saying, there is no, oh, she can't sue. She could sue if she wanted to. Would she win? That's a whole other argument. That's a whole other argument. Guys, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll ask you. Follow me, lead it. Just watch the show.